Okay, so the one on the left-hand side now is basically your before. A couple of points there to spot the difference, okay? Shaft before was leaning back a little bit, and that's often an attempt to try and get under the ball and get it higher, okay? As a result, the golf ball now is a little bit too far forward in your stance, okay? Ideally, the golf ball needs to be sort of more down towards kind of the left side of your body there, okay? That's there. I mean, that much too far forward. Doesn't seem a lot, but again, if the club's coming back that far behind the golf ball, you're going to top it or miss it, okay? So ball a little bit further back. Just get things kind of more in front of you on a straighter down position rather than behind the ball too far, okay? Now, in terms of the swing, if I draw a line on here now, sort of put that through the middle part of your head there, and then one through your head there, okay? So as you swung back on this one, you can see now how far off the golf ball you've moved. You've made a biggish shoulder turn, okay? Big hip turn, and the club now is way behind you, so the angle into the golf ball now is going to be coming from somewhere in here unless you make an adjustment with your shoulders, again, adding a variable to the golf swing. More often than not, when you swung back here, you were told to kind of keep your head down, so you couldn't get back to that red line because you were sort of staying down. Body staying here now, kind of a bit too far on the inside, hitting up on the golf ball. Head still down, lower half wants to complete the swing but not really allowed to because the head's still staying down. Then you kind of finish the swing as you can. Even there, your eyes are still kind of looking down, as if like you can't look above the horizon. Like, keep my head down, which I say is probably the most common bit of advice golfers get told, those 4 words, keep your head down, and it's just unfortunately the worst thing we can try and do. So, line moved a little bit there, okay, moving back. Okay, so this one here now, we said about just trying to stay on top of the golf ball a little bit more, okay? So we hinge the wrist up, a little bit less sway, okay? That would be fine in terms of the back, okay? So the shoulders now have moved a little bit less, and you're kind of more over the ball rather than swaying quite so far back. So from here now, as the club comes back, we can rotate through. We get back closest to the green, closest to where that green line would have been. I think the green line was sort of down there. Okay, so we're not far from it. Good strike, as we can see. Head now kind of to go through with it a little bit more. Okay, let's finishing the swing up this way. I think at this position here on the last swing, there's sort of movement with the nose and the head there, sort of looking to see where the ball's gone, which is what we want to try and do. Whereas if we go back to this one here now, the head's still trying to look down to where that, and look how more tucked up you looked on that left-hand one there. How narrow the arms look. There's much more width in that swing. It's a much more freer movement because everything now is kind of going this way to target as opposed to stay down and then hips trying to go through with it. Okay, don't allow things or don't try and stop things from happening. The head wants to rotate, let it go. Don't try and keep it down, looking down, because once you're looking down here somewhere, the ball's already 100 yards down the fairway. Whether it's a good shot or a bad shot, he's gone. There's nothing down there you're going to look at that's going to help your shot, and it's a split second from when you strike to there anyway. So trying to keep it down longer and longer and longer just causes, in some cases, more health issues on the back. And if you've had any issues with the back or not, in the case of point, we want to make sure your swing is a lot much more healthier. Okay, so you can practice that one up against the wall there. Okay, try and get the swing a bit more sort of functionally up and down there, so it's a lot easier movement up and down this way, as if what goes up can come down. If we swing it too far around our body, too flat, as we said, you couldn't hit the ground, to be fair, could you? Top the ball when you did that drill there, okay? Getting the club back to the golf ball was very difficult. So get up against the wall there, make some swings. And I said roughly for you, what size? 10 you, size 9, 10?
8.
80, okay? So feet together, okay? Probably 2 feet for you, I would say, would be about enough. So start with your heels up against the wall and then go 1 foot, 2 foot, and then sort of set your stance and then make some swings from there. Again, just the backswing. Don't worry about the follow through, we're just looking at the backswing there, okay? And again, do it slow to start with so you can feel the movement. The one thing is you're not going to try and just swing it and miss the wall by going over this way. You still want the backswing to kind of feel kind of normal to some extent, but just a bit more an upright swing rather than a big shoulder turn and twisting too far on the way back. So does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, a lot of sense, yeah.
Good. I think if we can get away from just to say some of the things we've been told, keep your head down, keep doing this, keep this, or whatever. As we said, the swing feels more efficient, it feels slower, the ball will go further. We don't want to slow the swing down, we want speed, we want the club to go up in the air nicely, we want the head to go through with it. All these things have to go through together. If we try and restrict things, head down, slow it down, all you end up doing is the club hitting the ground somewhere back here, and either it's the ball on the way up and tops it, or you just end up hitting the ball on the ground, or it's in the ground first, you duff it 20 yards. Both of which are not going to be an ideal shot. What we're looking at. Okay.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Good.